March Madness. Let's go for the green eyeshadows. March Madness is here. Let's go from mossy to glossy. Green eyeshadows. They run the gamut. Hello there. Thank you for tuning in to Accessorize Your Life. I'm Julia. Well, I have before me a few of my green themed eyeshadow palettes. And I wanted to go through them and just look them over, and I decided, why not just make a video about them? Why not call it March Madness and do a meetup with these palettes? Yeah, so I have palettes before me that I just want to do a single elimination of the palettes that are mostly green themed. I want to split them into groups and kind of see if they stand against each other. Now I have some brights, I have some saturated greens, I have some murky greens, and I have some kind of boggy greens, but it's a mixture of all of the above. And I have some best supportive colors to support the greens, you know. And these palettes go from olive to emerald to chartreuse. So it's bound to be a good mixture of palettes, and not anything particularly expensive or not particularly inexpensive. That wasn't the goal here. The goal was just to pull out what I had and to just get familiarize myself with them, to get familiarized with them again, and also to just see which ones I really liked over the other. What makes them special? Why did I buy them, really? And you know, do I want to continue to use them? So we're going to make this real easy. I did pull out about 3 or 4 of these palettes for the Shop My Stash for the month of March, and then I went, like I said, in my collection and I pulled out a few more. So if you want to watch along and kind of fill out your bracket sheet in your mind, kind of thinking, you know, which one out of each category will beat out the other, you know, I invite you to do that and then see if you pick the one that I would pick at the end. So let's get started. I'm excited for this. Alrighty. First on the list, and because I pulled it for my Shop My Stash, is the e.l.f. Hot Jalapeno palette. Now this is a little palette with mattes and shimmers. It has smooth and creamy pigmented shadows in it. Just because it's little doesn't mean it doesn't pay off. It does. You can wear this day to night, night to day. You can go from plain to glam. I mean, you can do anything you want with this little palette in creating a lovely green look. And I have to say, it stands out amongst some of these other palettes that are more expensive or larger or whatever. This little thing is quite powerful and quite pretty. So this is the Hot Jalapeno from e.l.f. and it's bright, it's spunky, and I think that gold is gorgeous in there. And I think if you don't have this in your collection, you might want to have it if you like greens. And I also want to add that the shades in here, I think they complement most skin tones. Maybe not everyone, but I think out of this palette you could pull a shade and it would meet your expectations or your coloring. Beautiful little palette. I think it's one of the better ones that e.l.f. makes in this collection. Next I have Viseart. This little palette, it's little as well. It's only 4 pans, just like the e.l.f. And these colors are so gilded, so beautiful. Just this whole little palette is beautiful. From the outside cover, it is a part of their gilded collection. It's about 3 other little palettes to go along with this. It's the glamour of the roaring 20s, you know? So the shade names reflect that. I think the first one you have here is called Illusion. This is a neutral light brown. And then you have Gatsby, which is like a khaki color here. And then you have Green Light, which is a forest green metallic. And Khaki is a metallic as well. And then you have Gimlet, and this is a bright metallic green. Very pretty, and I think you can create about 15 or more looks out of these 4 colors. They are gorgeous. Now, I think also it fits most skin tones, and I think most people would find this easy to work with as well. I also want to add though that the colors are a little more sheer, and you can go murky with this khaki and this brown here. So depending on your skin tone, you know, you have to watch out for that. Next I have is the Revolution Pro palette, and this is the So Jaded palette. It takes me a little minute to get into it, so excuse me. This is a beautiful cover as well. I love the color of this and the little rock look to this palette and the gold backing of the case. Beautiful case. It has a mirror, so I won't blind you. But this is Luxe Greens, and you have your emeralds in here. You just have pretty much luxe in this palette. You have shimmers, and you can do a smoky eye, a bright eye if you want to. Just very pretty. But again, this deep color here, you can go real dark and smoky with this, but you can brighten it up with this gold. There is though a lot of shimmer in this palette, so it kind of makes me want to not use it as much. And also because these 2 colors here get really dark on me real fast, I tend not to pull this as much as I like to. I love the shade of greens here, but on my eyes it just takes on a different look. It takes a turn for real murky, real deep kind of color story. So out of those 3 that I just showed you, I would have to say the e.l.f. Bite Size beats these 3. Yeah. What did you think? What did you list as yours favorite out of those 3? Okay, next I have this palette by Juvia's Place, and it's the Nomad. Now this palette, I purchased it thinking, no, I wasn't thinking that, thinking I didn't like it and it wouldn't look good on me. That's what I was thinking. But a young lady who was in the store at the time said that this would look great on me. She was a makeup artist, and she just knew that this was a great palette. Well, here it is. And these are the colors that I would focus more on because those are your green tones. Well, they're very deep. And I guess Juvia's Place did that because you have all these other saturated colors over here that are lighter. But for me to really get that green, to get that, go for that green look, it's a little difficult for me in this palette. We don't work out too well together. Now, maybe I need to play with it a little more. I don't know if my skills have improved any or my eye for color has improved any, but I need to play with it a little more. This is just stunning. And I would think I would love these 2 together, and then this, but I don't know. So let me swatch this one because this is one of the ones I don't have a look for. So I'm going to start with this kind of olive color, and I'm going to put it right here. That's the olive color. Next I'm going to go with this. I'm just going to do the greens and then the supporting color that I think I would work with. Next is this color. There's no names on this palette, and I'm looking to see where my wipes are. Gotta have them close. Next is this gorgeous green here, and we're gonna put it kind of close right there. Now that is pretty. Yeah, I like that. It has sort of a satiny, creamy finish to it. Okay. The next one, so actually the one that's on top here, very matte. Right there. I don't know what to call this one. But yeah, they're just so different to me. They just don't jive together. Now there's one more, and I'm not sure if this is a green or what, but I'm going to pull it. If it is, it's a really deep, deep green if it is. So that may be a brown green or just a plain brown. I think that may be a brown. Yeah? So those are the greens in that palette. And they just leave me stung. I just don't know what to do with them. Stumped, I should say. So I don't pull that palette much because these colors just don't do anything for me. I think I would really need to know how to play around with these. Okay, next I have Huda Beauty, and it's the Emerald Obsession palette. Now, I love the way this looks, but in all honesty, the row that does it for me is the bottom row. There are mixed opinions on this palette, and I see why, because some say this is disjointed from the top, and yes it is, but it happens to be my favorite row. I think I also like these two colors and these two, but not the two middle ones so much. Not these two, but the others I do like. So let's go ahead and swatch this palette. That's beautiful. And the one in the far corner from it, it's like a blue-green. And then this one, so I did this one already and this one. Now we're going right here. Let's find a clean finger. This is gorgeous. Very satiny, very smooth. Just a beautiful feel to these shadows. I want to get a piece of paper towel. Dry my hands off. So next is the far one. I'm not doing this middle one, these two in the middle, because I don't care for them. But this kind of, I don't know if that's a Kelly green or what, but it's a beautiful green. And it's a matte. The bottom one there. Let's swipe that one again and give a better swatch. And then for the bottom row that I really like, it's right here. Guys, this is gorgeous. When it's dark, it's khaki, but it's gorgeous with these other two colors. And when you put this chartreuse with it, cream, oh, that bottom row does it for me. Isn't that beautiful? I love that, those three at the bottom. Very nice. Look at all those greens. Very nice. So, yeah, these colors are okay. They're nice, they feel nice, but again, it's a little hard to create a look with this. You have to really think about it. You just can't go in here and say, oh, I'm going to do this look, unless you're just picking one or two shadows. But when you really try to work with these greens all together, it can be a little challenging. And next, I have one from Natasha Denona. This is the Metropolis, I think. Let me put my glasses on, make sure I call it right. I'm not too familiar with all of her palettes. Yeah, Metropolis palette. And this was the one that came out for Christmas, and it's no longer available. I think Huda is no longer available in the stores. I think you can find it on eBay or something. But here we are with this little palette. And what I like about this next grouping, oh, I didn't pick my favorite out of those two. Okay, my favorite out of these two, because this was a section here with these olives. My favorite out of these two is the Huda. Huda beats this. So Huda will be going up against Elf. Okay? Sorry about that. Next, the last three here, and this is Natasha Denona, and she has, what I like about this palette and the next two is they have some beautiful supporting shades. I'm just in love with this color that looks like it's a bark, or it's a some kind of a cedar brown or something like that. The gold doesn't do much for me, but this green is creamy, it's deep. It feels so good. It is really nice. So it's a shimmer, but it's a beautiful color, vibrant color. Look at that, that's glitzy. And the color that I would definitely want to wear it with would be this brown. somehow or another, it just deepen out the outer corner and then put this green all over the lid. And then again, you know, I can look at this and make a look. And then just tap this gold on the inner corner. I'm going to go ahead and swatch that right in there. Beautiful color combination with these here. Just beautiful, these three together. I like those. So that is a gorgeous palette. Now next I have my Tom Ford, and this is number 24, Photosynthesis. Now this palette is a pretty palette, but it's an unusual looking palette in my opinion for Tom Ford, if you can see it. Again, it has some nice supporting colors. This one here is just a topper. Tom Ford is just known for those topper colors that, you know, are just there. Not intense, but just barely there. The light catches it. When you turn your head, it's perfect for mature eyes. And then here's the beautiful gold. Now that is like a blue green. I meant green. Here's the green. Here's what it's all about. And it is a little sketchy. It does not swatch well, but it's there. And then the color that I really like in here, again, it has to do with that brown. And this is like a mulberry, or I don't know how they put this one together, but that to me is a beautiful color. That color is just gorgeous. That makes that palette to me. Yes, it does. And the gold is okay, but that brown, that berry or maroonish brown just does it for me. It's so beautiful. I love that. Okay, we have one more palette. So this is more sheer. You do get a little bit of intensity with that brown, but on my skin tone, it kind of just goes right in. Next, we have the BH Cosmetic Emerald for May palette. And you have this lovely emerald color over here, and its supporting colors here. We're not going to go through all of the supporting colors, but we're going to go with the one that I'm intrigued by. So let's do the emerald color, and let's put that, let's go right here. I think you can see it if I go here. Beautiful color, isn't it? And then let's go with that other green. You have some choices here in greens. So that's what's nice about this one. And then you have this khaki green here. These guys are probably bad swatches. Let's get a little bit more of that khaki green. Have to swatch it again. Here's the khaki green from that palette. And then the one color that just blew my mind in this palette. Did I do the, yeah, I did that. Yeah, the one that blew my mind is this color that's called Hard Worker. Has nothing to do with how beautiful the color is. It's just gorgeous. Let's put it right here where you would wear it next to the green. It is gorgeous. Let me just swatch it again. These are terrible swatches, I know. But you see how beautiful that is. So if I had to choose between the last three, Natasha Denona, Tom Ford, or BH Cosmetics, I would choose BH Cosmetic because the brown in there is intense, it's beautiful, and so is the emerald green, and then you have two other greens in there to work with. Just simply beautiful. So okay guys, we have the BH Cosmetic, we have the emerald, and we have the, is it the Huda? Yeah, the Huda Beauty. So these three. Fill out your brackets. Which one do you think, huh? What did you choose between these three palettes? Let's look at them again. BH Cosmetic, the Emerald palette, Beautiful. Huda Beauty or Huda Beauty. It's all about the bottom row for me. And e.l.f. The Bite Size palette. Not a bad one in the bunch. Okay. Gonna wait a few seconds and I'm gonna let you know my favorite. Okay, are you ready? It's what I have on my eyes. I had lashes on and I took them off because I wanted you to really see what I have on my eyes. It's the Emerald palette. Yes, this is what I chose. This is my favorite out of all the greens. It's so easy to work with. Ah, that emerald color and then that beautiful brown over here. I'm just a natural glam girl. Glam, but a natural glow girl, I guess I should say, because this just speaks to me. This whole palette speaks to me. Now, do I like this clumpy, glittery color? No, I wouldn't put a nail or finger in it on purpose at all. But these other colors, oh, this palette is gorgeous. I just love everything about it. I even have this maroon color here, or burgundy color, on my eyes in the outer corner. I have this olive looking color on the outer corner or going inward, and then this is all over in the middle, and then this is on the inner corner, and then I have a little bit of this on the lower lash line. Yeah, I use most of all the colors in here, and of course I use this one. I use this above right here in the crease. So I had fun with this palette creating this look. Yeah. This is a beautiful palette, and I think I got it for $6 or $9 to think. To me, it beat out all the others. It beat out all the others. And you can find this, I think I saw it today at TJ Maxx. I guess it'll show up on eBay and places like that. But it is a gorgeous little palette, and it reminds me of March Madness. It beat out all of the ones, all of the festivities and activities that you want to go to in March and you want to have on a nice green shadow. This will do it. And I think it fits all skin tones because you have that olive, you have this little emerald color here, you've got this other green that's kind of in between the other two. It's not too chartreuse, but it's just like almost like a it's a medium green. It's not overly light and it's not overly dull or anything. It's just right. It's right in the middle. So they did a good job of giving you intensities of green here. You have your murky one, and then this color here, this kind of brown with a little burgundy and little flecks in it, just brightens up everything as well. And this is so silky smooth, as is this. This is a matte. This is a satiny kind of shimmer, and this is a satiny shimmer as well. No large particles. Beautiful, beautiful for mature eyes. I love this palette. Well, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this March Madness, show of green shadows. I really had fun putting it together and playing in green eyeshadow today. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Oh, and let me know what you chose down in the comments. Bye-bye.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change.